The barbaric strikes on Ukrainian cities did not cause any panic among Ukrainians, but sharply increased the degree of hatred. Volunteers began to raise money for kamikaze drones. In Russia, there is a joyful howl, "We have poured the Ukrainians, we are fighting for real, what great news." They don't choose their targets. The pedestrian bridge in Kiev, for example. The commander gave the order to hit the bridges, so they hit them. No one cares what kind of bridge it is. In Kiev, among other things, they clearly targeted the SBU building, hitting an intersection 2 blocks away. The effectiveness and military utility of these strikes is zero. How exactly strikes with expensive cruise missiles on a playground and a pedestrian glass bridge, which they did not even manage to destroy, should stop the Ukrainian counterattack is known only in the sick mind of the Russian dictator Putin and his entourage. They somehow think that the Ukrainians are cowards, and as soon as the missile hits a civilian target, then the people will flood with legs and demand negotiations with the Russian Tsar. The effect is the opposite. Each strike on civilians only embitters Ukrainians, more people volunteer for the army, the work of volunteers becomes wider, and every Ukrainian citizen understands even more why the bloody occupant and his army must be destroyed. If you are looking for reasons for the effectiveness of the AFU, one of them is the regular Russian strikes against civilians. Terror against decent people breeds only hatred and contempt, not fear. Russia, and the Russians will answer for all of this. Modern Russia, like the USSR, is a prison of nations. This state will be fragmented and divided among the conquered peoples, their tribe will be persecuted for generations to come. Ukraine survived this blow, it will survive the rest, no matter what tough response is appropriate to the threat level the little dictator threatens. The best answer to all of this horror that Russia has put up is to liberate Kherson in the next few days and defeat their right bank grouping. The last thing Ukraine needs now are words of sympathy and expressions of deep concern. It needs air defense systems and long-range missiles. The world has already faced similar problems in the 20th century. Only by joining efforts Europe and the USA in 1945 were able to defeat the collector of German lands, proclaiming the exclusiveness of the Aryan race. Now the same collector of the Russian land declared the exclusivity of the Russian and that the Russian world does not end anywhere. It is there, where there is a Russian. It's time to move the war into their territory. It's the only way to deal with terrorists. Putin is the #1 target for the entire civilized world.